Welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully, I can get through this. My phone seems to be very messed up because of my battery. Somehow, I think my battery has exploded or something on the inside. It's like two times the size. I believe that's what it means. But Daddy's got to do what he's got to do. No one's gonna do this. So I found a video where there's a black American woman that went to Africa to, do the old diaspora return, and she's finding out the hard way that one things are very uh, the same but different in other black countries like America, meaning you may not have to deal with too much of the hatred of your skin, but you will be treated accordingly because of your attitude and your way of life. See, the way of life is what we call religion and faith and all these dumb words. The way you are is your way of life. If your way of life does not coexist with what the way people want to live, well, then you're an oddball, right? And it's not that they don't want to accept you, they can't. You're not the yin to their yang. Now, I say that because of all the things that have happened to us, and it has caused trauma and has made us a different people than what we were. And now that we have changed into something else, yet we are the same, but we're not what we were. You get it? Our men are weaker in the mind. Our women are stronger in certain ways in the mind, but it actually makes them weaker. Now, to explain this, I really can't. I've been explaining it this entire year. And I've even wrote something on it years ago, proving, well, not proving, but to myself, showing that if all these things happen to a people, it's going to change their brain. And the results is what we have now. Very strong women that want to be in a leader's position, in a free position to operate as men do. Now, because there's no other higher level than that. Men and women are all there is. So the only thing a woman can ever want to be is like a man. Now, across the world, that's not natural. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because I live in a world where the Most High, he controls things. So that means he allows things to happen. Now, I've been saying for a long time, they didn't cripple us. They did. They broken us, yes. They changed the way we were. Like, a man be strong, go hunt. Woman, stay home, take care of your children. Think of innovative ideas and things, and all these things where we're not like everyone else, right? Now, I believe we have the greatest advantage of all fucking time because of this. See, the rest of the world's like, yous are broken, yous got reversed, your bitch got an attitude, you pussy as hell, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't never gonna be about nothing, and y'all niggas ain't about nothing. Yet we innovate and develop things that, everyone fucking uses to this day. Everyone wants to fucking be as energetic as us. All women want to be strong like the black woman. They don't want to have the nasty ass attitude though. They want freedom from their man to tell their man, motherfucker, you're wrong, and I'll prove it to you. Now shut your fucking ass up and let me prove it. See, other women of the world can't do those type of things because the men will, put them in their place and gang up on them, and they don't have to beat their wives or none of that. They'll shun your ass. They'll have the whole city just say, you're no longer a part of us and you're just here, and no one talk to her. You want to be Mrs. Independent, be your independent ass outside and really take care of yourself. Now, that's neither here nor there because everyone in the world doesn't do this. And I'm not here to say no one's right or wrong. I'm here to point out the simple fact that our women are independent. Our men are independent. Not all of them are super soft. No, they made us super hard. This is where Captain Thuggo and all of that shit. This is why our strong women like Captain Thuggo. Because a strong woman still needs a fucking stronger man. So they're always gonna go after Captain Thuggo unless our smart men become Captain Thuggo. A smart, educated black man can't be Captain Thuggo and be the smart, educated guy at the same time. It's very hard to do those things. You will have to be a blend of it. You're gonna have a little of this and you're gonna have some of that. But does our women want that? You know. Now, to the point of what I'm saying is, my father said together is our only chance. My father said when you go on your own land and everything, you're gonna be happy. If you keep thinking you're other people, well, you're gonna be lost forever. If you don't go back to your people and deal with your fucking problems, well, guess what? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's marrying you, and no one's taking his ass. You get it? And yous can die alone, while the rest of the world picks each other. You fucking idiots. And then scoop the good ones from us, which is, I can't blame motherfuckers for wanting to get up out of a dating pool of people that don't want to submit to each other when that's all you have to submit to anyway. It literally doesn't make sense to me. I get it though, because like how Kevin Samuels and all the women that point out the flaws that our men have, and all the men and that we've now proven all the flaws yous have, and why can't we just accept each other for those flaws and then say, you know what, half of these things ain't because of us. People did things to us, and now we have this fucking problem. So we're either gonna work on it, right? And we're gonna go back to being normal like the rest of these dudes and not innovate and not come up with all these things and all these wonderful things that come out of this chaos that we call the black experience. All of this amazing proof that we can use to say, look, we're so fucked up, and God doesn't let us die. Because we're the worst. We're cursed and he hates us the most. But he won't let you finish us off. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad our brains get, no matter how lost and how we submit to the devil, we can always go back to him. And then he does wonderful blessing things in our lives. And then we share it with the world. And everybody goes, wow, that's a fucking amazing story. Right? Yeah. See, I'm on the level of, what my father said. Forgive your women, for they not know. Just like the women have to forgive the men, for they not know. We have to accept each other for these little bit of flaws and stop wanting these perfect fucking relationships. We're not the other nations. I understand the first two generations of us, we're not going to be so greatly happy because we're going to have to link up with people that are actually going to only be working towards our future. So that means love goes out of the fucking window. That means I need a long rod super cock thunder rich guy goes out of the window. That means I need an educated woman that knows how to stay in her place and cook meals. No, you need a female that gets money and knows how to be nice. You need a nigga that knows how to get this money, stay right, and get Captain Thuggo every now and again if he's got to do that. Because, we got to protect each other. Because nobody else gives a fuck about us. So, we kind of all we got. You know? If the men leave the women behind, you see what's happening to our women. They're just abusing them in any way they want. They do whatever they want. These dumbass women are stupid enough to not really believe in their head. They're not of your nation. They're not you. These men will never love you like us. They can't. We come out of you. Even though we fucking hate you and all you do to us as mothers, we still grow up and try to fucking marry you. And you get it? You should have no idea the amount of love that us black men that have been destroyed by black women, we fucking still love yous. Why? Because we grew out of the destruction trying to, and we heal ourselves, and then we go, oh shit, we could be better. So if I could get over what she did, maybe the men that destroyed the women, maybe I could meet one of them, and then maybe she got over what them niggas did, and then now we can heal together. And we could be healed together. We can finish healing each other. Cause, I got a man up and she got a woman the fuck down. Get it? So then y'all meet in the middle and you have no excuse. You can't say, oh, it's not a good enough person for me. What the fuck are you talking about? You have the same trauma. And the only thing that's going to make your future kids better if you get over that trauma so they don't have to repeat and live the cycle. I mean, we can keep looking for normies though, even though you're broken. And then 5 years later they figure out this motherfucker's broken. I'm gonna divorce them. This is annoying. This bitch just keeps on with the fucking with the attitude and the fucking cause they don't know they gotta bend your ass over and blow you the fuck out and then get you back in line real quick. They don't know nothing about that. Captain Thuggo know about that though. Captain Thuggo know about that, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. All y'all business women and all y'all young whatever. When y'all was younger, Captain Thuggo will shut your shit down immediately. You'll be the most cockiest woman in the world, and no one tell you nothing, and da 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 da. And that nigga that you loved and all that nigga couldn't get you to get in line. That nigga beg, pray, pay, whatever. Captain Thuggo hit that shit from the back, and you like, yes, daddy, I'll go do what you want me to do now, even though I know it's wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to continue this, hopefully, because there's so much that goes into this. But I want to play this video and let y'all hear her perspective and what she says. So it's not just me running my mouth. And I don't want y'all to just think I'm dissing my women or anything. Because if you really see it, I'm bigging us up and dissing us. Because this is a us thing. We allowed to do that shit. And we need to stop getting mad that we can see the flaws in each other. Fuck if the world looking at us. Nigga, we see they flaws. Does it fucking matter if they see ours? We can see the ones they hide. So that shit don't matter if the world looking at us. Nigga, why you think they watching, nigga? You ain't gonna watch nothing for no reason.
Please check out the stories and let's have a chat at the end of each of these stories. Why do African Americans choose to go to Africa knowing that there's so many things that have transpired here that we're unaware of? And most will say that there's this spiritual connection. I get a lot of comments where people have really romanticized things, like what's going on.
Like niggas like Dr. Umar and all the rest of these fake ass YouTube niggas. Let's go back to Africa! But they got our poor sister over there chilling. Where the fuck is this bitch ass nigga? This queen looks very decent. She's not ugly. She's not overweight. She has a speech of a fucking woman that's better than mine. She actually has patience because I know she wants to flip the fuck out. How come Umar didn't marry one of these chicks and go the fuck over there? How come none of these go back to Africa, nigga? How come they don't live there? But our poor women and poor men go to live over there. But these niggas that got this money and souped us up that we're Africa, how the fuck ain't they going?
In my personal life. And I'm like, I'm living a real life just like anyone else. And the most difficult thing that I've been trying to do since I arrived was to erect a business. And this has given me a full-blown view.
Erect. Erection. See, it goes sexual in your mind right away, but to erect is to build up. So wouldn't that mean a man thing? Because we get erections and we're supposed to build up and be a man. You see what I mean by they fucked our brains up and they have our women wanting to be men. But like I said, this is a very good advantage for us because if we level out the right way, we have strong men that are actually sensitive, that can actually, be strong men and be sensitive to their woman. Then we can have strong women that are actually sensitive in their nature and know how to perform, even though they want to run businesses and shit. They know how to bow down to their king. They like, nah, nigga, we run this shit together, nigga. Ain't no you above me. Ain't no I'm above you. We a whole new system. King and queen leveled out, and we run shit, nigga. Together, we are gods. You know, like Adam and Eve and shit. You know, like back then when, you know, when their children used to call them Lord, Lord, me Lord, me Lord.
On what it means to be a woman in Ghana in particular. And there's so many differences that we experience, especially within the realm of wanting to conduct business, because the American woman is looking, she's coming with an independent mind state, and unfortunately for years there's been this propaganda that's toxic to think independently, but the universe put her in that position for a reason. So
God put you in that position for a reason. You can't fucking see. This is another reason. I mean, double-mindedness. 1 minute niggas want to say the Lord, or God, God, and then the next minute we're thrown in this universe is controlling shit. Stop it. You sound stupid. Who made the universe? The Lord. So stop. It's ridiculous.
anyways, when you have an American woman that's like dealt with trauma and have a historical background of many different things, and she enters into a new environment, she'll have to adapt to this new one, and the new one doesn't necessarily want to adapt to her. So many times we often we're kind of like overlooking the difficulties that we do have when we're here. Not only that, are we dealing with that
You're overlooking the accommodations other people in other countries have. No one ever, this hasn't happened to people. There's no fucking school to train people how to be civilized again, motherfucker. Well, there kind of is, but I don't know, maybe, that's what GMB is. Anyway, do you get that? We have to invent that. Like we invent amazing things all the time that never was here, and we're the perfect test subjects. So how about we, test and make a whole new fucking way of life that beats everybody else? Like, the Most High said we are. But it ain't about being better. It's about being able to work with what you got. It's not, oh, we're better. No, I'm the best at working with shit and turning it into gold.
dynamic. There's so many like things pertaining to like social, meaning that most men don't want a woman saying things that are strong and or truthful and or authoritative, and so most American women are coming with that empowered.
Even if you wasn't saying those type of things she said, when American women speak, you've been watching TV and your girlfriends and your mamas and y'all talk with a funky ass little snickery attitude. Y'all do facial expressions and y'all don't understand that the rest of the world reads body language, and y'all disrespectful as hell. That's before you start fucking running your mouth about what a man's supposed to do and a woman. No, y'all body language be screaming, nigga, shut the fuck up, and I don't care what you saying. I'm gonna say what I say, and I don't care if I don't got no facts. I don't care if I don't got no proof. I don't care if I'm on your land where y'all do what y'all do. Y'all gonna accommodate me because I'm special. You're nobody. You're in somebody else's land. They're not gonna accept you. They don't have to. You need to go fucking with your people, and you need to go on your own land, and you motherfuckers need to figure it out.
Concept of being. We also have this thing where people see Ghanaian men, in particular African men, as family men, not taking into consideration that there's a lot of things that come with that. Africa is not this promised land like everyone thinks it is, or the propaganda that's been spewed. I will speak my truth. When you come into an environment like this, all of your learnings can come tumbling down, can completely dissolve, can completely disintegrate, because it's not an environment where you can cultivate all of that empowerment and that strength.
Think about it like this too, and I'm not throwing shade towards the Africans. Why the fuck would I let you come to my country and then you're gonna over business and do things, and why would I let you get up above my business women and my ones that I already have that are independent, growing towards this new independence, because the other countries are letting their women free too. They're just doing it slowly because, they watch what happens when your woman's completely free on the American TV show called Look at Their Black People. Look at them. Look what happens when you live without law in your fucking mind. Live without guidance. Look what happens when a woman doesn't have a fucking man and has to raise all these children. And look what happens. See how the real cycle keeps happening of going nowhere. Wow, this is the greatest TV show. Oh shit, one of them niggas made it. Holy shit, that's 1 in a million billion chance that this can even happen. That nigga just broke reality.
And I think to myself, is that a good thing? If something is good to you or good for you, should it bring you to tears to where you feel emptiness and unhappiness?
No, it shouldn't.
To where you feel disconnected without support? Where you feel more foreign than when you first arrived? You know, so I can relate to these things because guess what? I was born in America too. You have to be wise about your decisions as to why you're coming here. In all honesty, what happens to the American woman when she comes here, who she was, who she learned to be in her home country, everything that her parents taught her, her guardians taught her, to empower her, to uplift her, to strengthen her through her toxic experiences, they are completely almost shattered when she comes into an environment like this because the women do not have the empowerment that your ancestors fought for.
Our ancestors didn't fight for our women to run the household. You know, you can go look up what, they were saying, and none of this shit is what they said they was fighting. They didn't say we want our women to have better jobs than us. They didn't say we want our women to be uh what they are, jumping around in the ratchetness. Now we ain't gonna talk about the ratchets or the Captain Thuggos. We're talking about the ones. Woman's a fucking regular woman. She's a fucking upstanding citizen. She's trying to find herself and get back up. And like, how can we? Don't you understand? It's a miracle the fact that we can literally go through all these things, still be regular people, but we can't have a fucking functional family life. That means we've risen very far. We're starting to become on in line again. Now we just, once we get this family thing together, then we could be happy. But it takes accepting each other and saying you're fucked up and I'm fucked up. You look decent and I look decent, and we match together. The thing that you have and the thing that I have will automatically help our children be better, and it doesn't always have to do with fucking money.
They are just now scratching at the surface.
My sister here is very strong about the role.
We're gonna skip that. He talks about how African women are independent, and he shows pictures of the cities and how they have business suits on and they're fucking doing their thing, and he says we're progressing towards this freeing of women in multiple different ways and letting them have different things. But y'all are so fucking free that what you want, like, what the fuck you want us to do, dog? We ain't trying to hear that shenanigans shit. We don't want to see the snapping of the fingers and you fucking rolling your eyes at me in business meetings and the jokes and the demasculation, all that little shit you can get off on a black man over here. You can't get that shit off over there.
Gotta stop. This whole mindset of thinking that you can just run around and skedaddle around the world and think you can do and act or say or just be without any threat against you is a poor judgment on oneself. Now forgive me because I have a heart and a care for my sisters that I might sound like a little bit unsensitive for people's desires to go travel the world by themselves.
We love
Shout out to the women who have seen the importance, who understands the difference in the makeup of a male